Hello, y'all. Hope you have a fantastic day today. I'm Nobodium, and today we're gonna do cooking. I got my rice cooking over there. First time using that. My grandma gave it to me, so we're gonna see how that goes. I also want to make some salsa and some chicken. I don't know why, but I was in the mood to cook today, and I was just like, yeah, let's cook something. So, for the salsa, might be very basic because I don't really know how to make the salsa. So I'm going to cut up an onion. Then I'm also going to get some... I have these. I don't know how trustworthy the label is because I remember watching a video saying these weren't really imported from Italy. And then I also couldn't find jalapenos. They were all out at Walmart. So I got some canned jalapenos. So we got that. Another thing I saw that said is ground cumin. Add some lime. So there's that. And then I have some black pepper. I forgot so much when I went to the store today. I was really not wanting to walk, so I ended up Ubering home. So I was limited in what I could get. And yeah. So today, that's my idea for a video. I'm sorry for not posting a video this morning. I was planned on it, but then I woke up like an hour before I had to go, so I just took the chance to kind of not sleep, but just relax in bed. Which I know it shouldn't be like a bad thing that I don't post, but I beat myself up a little too much about it. My mom tells me, don't be a worry freak. You're not gonna stop this. You don't want to. You talk about it too much. But like, I feel like if I don't keep it up, I'm going to forget about it. Now I'm panicking that I'm not recording, which I am. And yeah. I guess if there's also background noise, it's from my dishwasher. I decided to actually do a grown-up thing and do my dishes today. But yeah. I just started hearing the water drain. It freaked me out. I wanted to talk a bit about One Piece, which I'm about to use a knife very incorrectly. This is professional. Are you okay? My cat, you probably saw her, nearly died, almost. But yeah, I don't have a cutting board yet. I really should get it. That is a goal. When I eventually, because my work, Hobby Lobby, I get a discount, and I'll probably get one my next check. There's a lot of stuff I'm getting my next check. Probably a new camera is one of them for my videos, because obviously my quality from my laptop is shit, and my camera is apparently failing me. So there's that. There's also, what's it called? It's like, it works, the camera from my webcam, except that they're so long, I guess it just kind of gets too hot, and then it tells me, my laptop can't run it. And like, it still works, it gets real blurry, which, if you go back and check out my video on, No One Cares News, I think I named it, interviewing Nobodium. Yeah, that you'll see parts of it because I recorded everything, each character one by one, because I didn't know how to go about recording it, and so I had to do it that way. And the characters that were later were very crap. And then I also had a bit where I added really late because I thought it would be amusing about eating a raw egg for some reason. There's that. There's a couple other things, but pretty much it. I'm yapping a little too much for my liking. I don't want this video to be too long. But yeah. I guess I can talk a bit about One Piece on this part. I'm currently on like 106, which, I'm 20 something episodes longer, I think, for this arc and for Alabasta, and getting into Skypiea, which didn't think was going to happen, but it did. And I'm really happy about it because that means my next video for One Piece is coming out soon. God damn, that thing is loud. And there's that. I also don't really have an emulsifier or a blender for this salsa, so it's gonna be very shit if you ask me. But I have big dreams that I can't achieve. But I'm like watching One Piece, and the fact is that I'm watching it is making I'm like falling in love with it almost in a way, because I'm watching it and it reminds me of my book that I want to write one day. About it literally kind of almost has the same premise, not the whole arc stuff, but like the characters, each of them just being there for their own goals rather than like, you know, your respect for the leader, or a respect or like a fear of the leader, so you stay, which makes a lot of sense. My story, I don't know when I'll ever get around to it, because I planned on giving like 2 pages a day, and then that would mean 100 something in a year. But I have not done that yet. I haven't even done what I promised myself to do with a skit a week. But I can't really do a skit a week because mic and cameras are so shit on me right now. Kind of stopped wanting to do them. And every time I write a script, I could literally write it to where I can never figure out a way to end it. So it's just, I'm kind of writing myself into a corner. And then which kind of sucks. That's why I like writing, like for my book, because I could literally write forever. And if it ever comes too long, I could kind of figure out a way to end it and then do a sequel. But another thing that I kind of wanted to note on One Piece is I love that each character knows that Usopp is literally ass in this current spot. They're all like, they respect him obviously because they all have their own goals in mind. But Usopp is literally, he can't convince his team that he is like worthy to be on the team. And I know that comes to a revolting, like an ending with Luffy and Usopp, because I know Usopp kind of leaves, and it's pictured as the Going Merry, because I know it gets destroyed around 230, and the whole him leaving was not really because of that. It was him leaving because he didn't feel worthy of the Straw Hats until he felt he was, and then he tried to earn their respect again. Which I really do think is nice, that he wasn't just allowed back in the crew. He had to work for it as Sniper King. And then there's also, I don't really know. I like this Alabasta arc. It's long, don't get me wrong, but everything's smooth. And Luffy, like, he's stupid, but he's also smart. He convinced what's her name? Ooga booga. Vivi, that her plan's stupid. You can't save everyone. This is war. People are gonna die, which makes sense to think about, because it's literally the cold hard truth. Her preventing the war and all that may actually lead to a far greater outcome. And the reverse is also true. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to disprove anyone, because like there could be more if they just go to Crocodile, but the chances of it happening that way could be less. And yes, I'm using my pan as a cutting board because the pan is kind of doo-doo already because of how I treat it, but yeah. We're gonna cut. dislike that. That dishwasher is loud and annoying and obnoxious. What else? I don't know. I kind of don't know what that was talking about. I kind of like yapped about everything to its full extent. And with that, I'm going to pause this, cut all this up, and then I'm also going to basically do you'll see. Bye-bye. Hello. Well, okay. I finished. There's mine. There's the not restaurant, but like the one I got from the store. Found ingredient after the whole process. I warmed mine up in the oven because I feel like it may be better. Put some lemon on it. I mean lime, even though they're basically the same thing. And people will say, no, they're different. They're the same thing. But yeah, I put all of the jalapeno in one can of the tomatoes I got, and this is a very unripe lime. I'm actually kind of scared to cut myself, so I'm going to just go gently on my counter. Oh my god. This is oh, there it goes. I was going to say, is it going to ever want to open? Yeah, very unripe. So, here's ripe lemon, lime. But, yeah. I put a little bit of the jalapeno in there, just like 2 or 3. Honestly, don't know what I was thinking, getting like that much, because not that many I needed. But maybe I'll make more, because I do have a lot more onion, I have a lot more lime, a lot more jalapeno, a lot more tomatoes, so. Alright, we got a little bit of lime in there. Throw that over, a little mixing mix with my chopstick. A little tasty. It's not bad, I will say that much. I got myself my scoops, Tostitos. We'll try the restaurant first, because we know how that normally goes. Maybe this was a bad one to get. I'll be honest, because it's kind of sweet. It says it's mild, it should have got hot. It's not bad. It's just not what I was expecting. Now we'll try mine, which obviously has chunks in it. And to be honest, other than the chunks, which I can always kind of like improve upon by cutting better, getting a cutting board, all that. It's really good. Honestly, this may not count as salsa, because I'm missing a lot of ingredients. Like cilantro, I don't know why I gave it that accent. I don't know, like some parsley. But I mean, judging on this, the only thing I wish it could be is a little bit spicier. Maybe more like a coarser texture. That's about it. One more bite. Give you a bite. Alright. That's gonna be tonight's video. Just me making salsa. I'm gonna also cook some chicken. I'll post a picture of like the whole plate whenever I'm done. But yeah, if you like this video, bomb that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the next one. Have a fantastic day, and bye-bye!